I'll tell you what, Zach, it's refreshing to see them young drivers out there racing hard, racing clean. The future of the sport's looking good. The 74 and the 30, both young fellas doing an outstanding job up there, but I have to agree with you. The eyeball test said Sean Graham was rolling around there. I'd like to see him got to third with about 3 more laps to go.
Absolutely. He had a really good race car as Jesse Mazzell will take the fourth and final transfer spot. Sean Graham, Memphis Villarreal will transfer, and your B main winner to the 174, Cameron Starry. B feature number 3 here for the Saints Ford Factory Stocks. Your pole sitter in car number 34, that'll be Ryan Carlucci. San Antonio, Texas driver aboard the number 94 is Alan Torres. Mark Cup Jr. in 9P. 115, it's Chuck Perry. Powered by Coors Light. The mountains are blue tonight. Inside of row number 3, the 139 is Dennis Folkerts. Outside the 279 is Nick Kane. 45, Mike Copeland. 13 is Daniel Seals. Starting 9th on the grid, inside of row number 5, the 14T is Trey Hild. We talked to that young man last night at Whataburger. Really nice young kid.
Love the sport because it's so much fun to be involved in.
Absolutely. He's still trying to earn his stripes. I told him, he said he wanted to travel up to the Architect some next year when he earns a little more stripes. I said, man, first time you enter Boot Hill Speedway, I'll buy you a pit pass. And I said, I know it's not much, but hey, maybe it's a little incentive for you to come up there and race with us. 279, or the 127B, it's a score's nightmare for Olin Holder and the Predator race car out of Cleveland, Texas. Brian Livingston in car number 46, Michael Villarreal in 79. Those are the starting field here for this B main event here. B feature number 3 for the Saints Ford Factory Stocks. Saints Ford, the Texas' oldest Ford dealership. Into turn number 1 on the start of this one, and it is a wild one already on the start into turns 1 and 2. These starts and restarts are wild. They're 3 wide for transfer and 4 wide momentarily as Chuck Perry got out of the groove. Oh, look out, that's going to get ugly. Oh, my goodness, he just corralled and got down the inside unscathed. As Chuck Perry was headed towards no man's land, and fortunately for him, got that thing down on the racing surface. He was about to be out of the ballpark. As the battle for the race lead early, it's a good one between the 9 and the 34. Mark Cup Jr. in the 9, the 34 is Ryan Carlucci. They race door-to-door off the exit of corner number 4. Into turn number 1. Racetrack's looking pretty sporty right now as you got a good door-to-door battle here for the race lead. Like I always say in these B-feature events, you don't want to get too wild and get the racing too hard up here and make a mistake and cost yourself a chance. And, oh boy, they're racing hard for transfer, or not transfer. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. 94 Taurus will pick the pocket after the hard racing for the race lead. As Chuck Perry has gotten himself back up on the horse, boy, he's put a whip to it. And he's back instead of a transfer. Throw the top 4 cars underneath Grandma's quilt. They roll off of turn number 4. It's hitting up at the race ranch off of 4. And 2 cars go spin cycle here in turns 3 and 4. And that'll draw the caution here in Saints Ford B feature number 3.
I'll tell you what, Zach, if the action we're seeing in B main number 3 is indicative of what we're going to see later on this evening, man, we are in for a show tonight. They are racing their hearts out on this deal. Hard racing for the lead. They're in the transfer. But you know how racers are. Even though they're in the transfer, they still want to win some races when they can. They come here to win. They didn't come here just to transfer. But, man, great field of cars in this B main racing action front to back.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule.
Of Alan Torres, the 34 of Ryan Carlucci. Dennis Folkert's in the final transfer spot right now as Chuck Perry's worked his way up in there inside. I know Chuck Perry's got a lot of fans here in the grandstands tonight. Many of you folks out here rooting on that 115 Coors Light car, Chuck Perry, tonight. As Chuck, he lost wholesale spots early in this one, but he's worked it back right there on the outside. He's on base right now. He's on deck, rather. So we'll re-rack them and restack them and try it one more time. 12 laps to go in Saints Ford B feature number 3. Same deal. 15 laps the allotted distance. We only have 3 laps scored, so 12 laps to go. And the top 4 go to the main event. Mark Cup Jr. will lead us back to the green flag over San Antonio's Alan Torres, Ryan Carlucci in car number 34. And Dennis Folkerts right now has the transfer spot. Everybody else behind him wants it. And here comes Chuck Perry going 3 wide on the restart. Oh, boy. He ain't wasting no time, is he? Into 1. Car kind of bicycling down there to the middle of the corner. He's got her tooted up there on the left front. Into turn number 3. Trying to get that thing ironed out. He's got a kink in it. They're ironing out that crinkle into turn number 1. He'll have the 4th and final transfer spot. Relegate Dennis Folkerts back to 5th now. He'll put his nose to the back bumper to the 94 here for 3rd of Alan Torres as the 34 gives a shot in the shorts to your race leader. Carlucci knocking on the door now for the race lead. As we exit 4, top 4 cars right here. These cars all going to the dance. They hold on to what they got right now. But a long time to go yet and a tough time as somebody just lost the wheel. Oh boy, the first time I've seen wheel-on-wheel crime here tonight. The Hoosier gave a smack to the infield tractor tire. How do you like me now?
A lot of racing action out there, Zach. These guys are racing hard for these positions. Got some contact there. It looked like it knocked the whole right rear assembly off that car when it come out of there. Yeah. A lot of debris on the front straightaway. They'll get it picked up. Going to need a wrecker to get him pulled off. But the poor infield tractor tire took some abuse. You're right from that old Hoosier, laid it on it pretty good. So thinning out a few cars here, Zach. But I'm going to tell you, the race lead, mid-pack, transfer spots, it's 2 and 3 wide race, and Owen Pittman and his track crew have got this place phenomenal for us at the moment.
What, Kevin, for these race fans to come out here to the racetrack and, punch their ticket to come out here and watch some great racing action, we appreciate them, but we have here tonight to talk about it. But, man, we have
here in the booth, Zach Clark, across the state of Texas, Louisiana, man. We couldn't do all this without him.
You know what I'm most proud of being associated with those guys? For him was at Lone Star Speedway, different racetrack. You've worked with him first. Double J Jerky guy earlier, but he's going to handle it like family, and, man, I love that about him.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. 2 of the most standout guys I've ever been around in my life, Chris and Harry. Appreciate the opportunities, but we fixing to go green flag racing, bud.
Had a good dinner today or lunch at Texas Roadhouse, and I'm still full up for them delicious honey butter rolls. Anyway, into 1 we go. I saw a bunch of racers there today, by the way, as well. We'll see if it's a recipe for victory. We saw Cody Smith there, the reigning South Texas Shootout winner, as Olin Holder just took a stroll down to the infield. Did not take a roll. So off of 4. How about Chuck Perry up on the wheel? Got that mowed-back suspension digging underneath the number 115 car tonight, and he wants the race lead. Look at that thing. That thing has a rocket ship off the exit of 2. Chuck Perry. Boy, he is absolutely digging the night. Thing is on an RAIL here in this one. As the 9 car got a little bit of Ace Ventura going on there. Not quite flown all the way up in his face, but that hood, one of them left front hood pins comes up. He could have that kind of situation and come to a quick reality for him. Off the exit of 4, 3 wide for second. Off the exit of 4, the racetrack is sporty tonight, baby. Into turn number 1, 34 throws an elbow on the 9 of Mark Cup. 94 of Alan Torres. They're continuing to race door-to-door contact at the midpoint, and these guys got to be smart, and they're not being that. They are in the show right now, and they get the racing wild again like that. They're both not going to be going to the dance. Back into turn number 1. Torres throws another one across the nose with a slight job. And one slider deserves another. The 9 car checks the throttle. He drives down underneath. Textbook there, if you will. Into 3 and 4. This is a lot of fun. Off of 4. Goodness gracious. These guys didn't get the memo. We're in the show. Let's don't get silly. As Mark Cup now on the 4th and final transfer spot. Into turn number 3, we'll see if the 13 of Seals can get up on the wheel. The Shepherd, Texas driver. As they exit 4 and back down the front straightaway. So, boy, once Chuck Perry got free track out front, he has started to separate himself by a large advantage up front in 115. Exiting for the 34 of Ryan Carlucci, sits second. Third is the 94 from San Antonio of Alan Torres. Mark Cup Jr., the 19 now. He'll need a caution here late. As we work down to it, it'll be 3 laps to go this time by for the Coors Light Mobax Consulting and Suspension number 115 of Chuck Perry. So Perry in the 1 with a 3.414 second advantage out front as he works the midpoint of the back straightaway. As he works through 3 and 4 this time by. Chuck Perry has made many laps, and we may get a caution here. It's your 5th place runner, or was, of Daniel Seals. So just like that, Seals, who had himself a 5th place spot and would have potentially had a shot at a transfer spot if we got a late race caution. Unfortunate for him, he is the late race caution, so that'll take him from the near in-house all the way to the back of the outhouse. With Chuck Perry, who had opened up to a 3.414 advantage up front as he's working the wheel and working it well. Chuck Perry long gone out front by his lonesome in this one so far, Kevin. Once he got out there, he threw the keys on the counter and checked out.
That move he made coming off a few laps ago looked like he was shot out of a cannon. That was an impressive move. But, hey, want to remind folks, too, they can go to the South Texas Race Ranch Facebook page. There is a link. If you want some at the concession stand, you can order it from your seat. They'll let you know when it's ready. You go down there and pick it up. And also, the good friends of ours and the official trophy provider for KR Promotions. Anything I do, I use this guy. 317 Awards. It's their night at the races. They build some of the best and most incredible trophies in all of motorsports. Glad to be partnered with them, and thanks for doing all they do here at the Race Ranch.
I'm not just saying it because he's in our presence, but I don't think I've ever seen any better trophies been constructed in my history around dirt track racing my whole life. Like, I don't even know how you do it. But it's pretty impressive, and I think he must take a lot of pride in it because you can see that there's a lot of pride and joy put into those things. I'm sure it gets pretty strenuous at times, but, man, there's some badass trophies. Let's just call it like I see it.
I tell you one thing that I'm impressed with what they do at 317 Awards. They make the events that you're putting on more quality because the hardware you're going to take home is so impressive and so incredible. Adds a lot of value to the events we're putting on, and we appreciate 317 Awards for all they do for all of us promoters as well as what they do down here at the Race Ranch. Zach, I think we're fixing to get back to green flag racing.
Indeed, indeed we will. Off of 4, Chuck Perry trying to lead the final 3 laps that matter the most here in your B feature event. Number 3, presented by Saints Ford here in factory stock action. Oh boy, more elbows being thrown on one another over here at the bottom of turn number 2 as they work down the back straightaway. They still continue to go at it 3 wide. One of them had to check the throttle. That's Trey Hill. Exiting 4, Chuck Perry with 2 laps to go, your race leader. Carlucci still occupies the 2nd spot. Torres in 94, 3rd. Mark Cup with the hood flapping into the sparkling city night. In 4th into turn number 3. 45 of Martin. Running out of TIME. We'll see if we can do something here on the final quarter-mile trip as they exit corner number 4 this time. As your race leader works his way off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway for the final time. Top 4 cars are all comfortably in hand, barring a mechanical setback or a catastrophe. As off of 4, what a dominant run for the 115 of Chuck Perry, your winner. 2nd will go to Ryan Carlucci. He'll go to the main event. 94 of Alan Torres, and Mark Cup Jr. will take the final transfer spot into tonight's South Texas Shootout Saints Ford Factory Stock Feature event.